and Paul Barrington Dennis, Queen's Counsel, was called to the inner bar of the Eastern Caribbean Court on Friday, April 19, 2013, following his appointment effective March 18th as one of Her Majesty's counsel. The swearing-in ceremony took place at the Supreme Court in Road Town. Paul Dennis QC was called to the BVI bar 20 years ago in 1993. He is currently a senior litigator at the law firm of O'Neill Webster. Paul Webster QC moved a motion for the admission of Paul Dennis to the inner bar and noted his long association with Paul Dennis since his entrance to the BVI jurisdiction, where he dedicated his practice in the area of corporate law.
Between 2005 and 2006, he served on the BVI Legal Profession Act Committee, chaired by the Attorney General. He sat as a representative of the BVI bar on this committee to consider the draft legislation for the regulation of the legal profession in the BVI. The work of the committee resulted in a draft legal profession bill, which, in a modified form, has had its first reading in the House of Assembly. Passage of the Act is now imminent. From 2004 to 2006, he served on the BVI Court System Review Committee in his capacity as President of the Bar Association. The committee was established by the Executive Council to review the BVI court system with a view to the establishment of a commercial court in the jurisdiction.
Paul Dennis QC is a graduate of the University of the West Indies and the Norman Manley Law School, Jamaica in 1984, and was awarded Most Outstanding All-Round Student for the graduating class that year. His university colleague, now Jamaica's Director of Public Prosecutions, Paula Llewellyn, journeyed to the BVI to attend the swearing-in ceremony.
Paul Barrington Dennis epitomized that essence of a high-class prosecuting attorney. He was always fearless but fair. I have observed from afar the fact that he has made this wonderful transition to the civil bar, and that he has brought to that practice the same high integrity, the same ethics, the same love, the same respect and regard. And I say to the bar here, you are truly very fortunate. Jamaica's loss is indeed your gain. And I say publicly, I haven't said it to him privately, I said it to several of my colleagues here, that I realize that he will remain with you for the foreseeable future. But I forgive it because I can feel the reciprocity and the regard for him. Mr. Dennis, Queen's Counsel, on behalf of the Jamaican Bar, on behalf of all the other 43 lawyers in my chambers at the Director of Public Prosecution's Office, on behalf of the class of '84, in fact, if I may be so presumptuous to say, on behalf of Jamaica, I commend and congratulate you and wish you well. You have truly been not only my dear friend, but an officer and a gentleman.
The newly appointed Queen's Counsel has served as a past president of the BVI Bar Association and on numerous advisory committees concerning the law, the legal profession, and the administration of justice in the BVI and the wider Eastern Caribbean region. He has also served for many years as a lecturer in law at UE BVI Open Campus in Paraquita Bay.
My firm in Jamaica established offices here. I came here for 2 years on secondment, but was promptly going to return to Jamaica. At the end of 2 years, I was invited to stay. Could you stay an additional? I thought about it long and hard. Because I remember when I flew in the evening, we landed in St. Thomas and then we were taken on a helicopter ride across from St. Thomas to East Island Airport. And we were told that we were going to be passing Road Town, the capital. And I noticed we were getting down to the landing strip, and we were so So where's the town? And then in those days, the airport was a small building. And I alighted and I'm like, where am I? 2 years, they'll be very blessed if I stay 2 months. 20 years later, here I am. The BVI often gets a lot of flack. The BVI certainly has its problems. It certainly has its issues. But I can safely say that the BVI has been nothing but hospitable to me. The BVI has allowed me the depth and breadth of practice in this jurisdiction, which has allowed me to get to the point where those that have the power to do so have seen it fit to confer this accolade upon me today.
It has been 10 years since the last appointment of Queen's Counsel within the territory. This year, there have been 3 appointments, taking the total to 10 BVI-based practicing Queen's Counsel. The other 2 QC appointments are John Carrington QC from Sable's law firm and Michael Fay QC from Auger law firm.